PMP. But Jim Shepard, we've not had you, and we want you to tell us about this amazing thing, Qberg, and the fact that cue the confetti, because I am an old school journalism person at heart, paper format.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, did you throw confetti when you found out that there was paper coming?
Well, whenever
quite.
whenever we announced it,
Yeah.
there was a lot of like shock and laughs about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But since then, we've had 200 subscribers sign up to get it in the
Stop
mail.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so they get it in the mail.
They get it in the
get it
mail.
And how frequently does it come out, the printed version?
Once a month. So we
Okay.
just sent the August issue to print. That'll be coming out next week. And
Love it.
It was quite the leap to go from Qberg has been for the last 6 years
Sure.
just a online resource and news source for
Yeah.
the LGBTQ community of
Right.
Pittsburgh. But something that we wanted to do was break out of the algorithm.
Mhm.
You know, you doom scroll so much and sit on Twitter or Facebook or any of it and just shows you bad news. And maybe our news wasn't breaking through. So we decided we're going to put the newspaper in Giant Eagles and Shop and Saves and the libraries and help people find good news some other way.
So very cool.
Love it.
And when you go through this process, how long, I mean, I'm sure you calculated cost as a good business person. How long did it take you to kind of do the fuzzy math and then do the real math and say, oh my God, this is an arduous process? Was it in the works for a year?
Well, you know, we started Qberg just online 6 years
Sure.
ago. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a lot of by the bootstraps making it work. So
Yes.
we're not making a ton of money doing
Right.
it, but it's also very much Jeff and I's community service,
Mhm.
right? So part of our Qberg is we have an archive of old publications for the city, and we were like, it would be so great to have this back. So it was like, I can't swear, but you know, math be darned.
Sure.
Let's make this work.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
So it was like we just did it. You know, we got off the high of Pride in June, and we're like, let's do this in July.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Now, were you, being journalistically inclined, were you a person who wanted to keep papers around, but sort of said, I have to ride this digital wave, right? Because what are you going to do? This is where it's going.
I would never have imagined that Qberg would be in physical print.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
is that right?
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we started Qberg right in the middle of the pandemic. Great
Sure.
year to go into business. Great year to go
Right.
into publishing.
Right.
But we did it because we wanted our communities to stick together. So it was the right kind of thing
Right.
at the right time when we had to be apart.
Yeah.
But pandemic's over. Everyone's back together. Everyone's grocery shopping again. Everyone's hanging out. Everyone's going to cafes. Let's be where the people are.
Yeah. So
it's a great
when
point.
are there certain things that are specific to the print version of it? You know?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we have a
Good
one
question.
little section
I
that's
try,
called
Rach. I try to keep my job.
on heavy rotation.
Okay.
And so we're asking local DJs, local drag artists, their top 5 songs for the season that are getting them, you know, excited to go out and different things like that. So last month we featured DJ Rojo, who's really popular in the community right now. And I'll tease the new issue that's coming out next week, and that's a drag artist who is the the Pittsburgh Italian stallion of drag.
Oh my God. Okay.
And she put together a nice list of songs that they like to get ready to.
I love this.
Yep.
Now, how did you poll your audience to sort of know what is it that they were interested in?
Right, so it's been like a back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, at the beginning we tried one style of content and articles and coverage, and if it didn't do so well, or people weighed in on the comments and said, we're not really interested,
Sure.
we just kind of followed what really worked with our readers, our viewers. We've expanded on YouTube and podcast ourselves, and
Yeah.
we hit these different topics. If the audience likes it, we'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
If not so much, we'll move away from
Well,
it.
it's a trial and error, right?
Right.
It's the same thing you did online and even taking that chance in doing anything at all.
Right.
And then you sort of collect that data along the way. But the reason I even asked the question is because I started at the Tribune Review 100 years ago, and I never thought newspaper was going to go out. And every time we would have the conversation with someone, I would say, I think it's going to come back. And I love seeing that a lot of these publications
Right.
are coming back. Like you said, we are back to living. People are going to cafes. They're out and about.
Right.
So why not have the option, especially for generations who really have still not embraced
Right.
the digital era?
Right. One of the funniest things, Qberg's done an annual magazine for the past couple years, but I remember one time at Pride, maybe 2 years ago, a much younger person picked up the magazine and was like, what is this?
Stop.
They didn't even know what a magazine really was. So to give to give print media back to folks is really an honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw, I'm
Do
so
you
glad to
find
hear
that
that.
you even have to kind of recalibrate the kind of pictures that you're using because you're going to print? They need to be higher res. They don't need to be such. Do you have to recalculate all that part of your system?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we have about 4 or 5 really excellent photographers, and they'll send us, their photos from the shoots and stuff. And I would always just download the web size
Sure,
that's small
right.
enough to publish on social or something. But now we have to do the high resolution so it shows up nice in print. There's all kinds of weird technical stuff behind printing on newsprint as opposed to newspaper too that
Sure.
we're learning as
Oh,
we go.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's different requirements for ink intensity and stuff like that, and we're very colorful, so
Sure.
we need to make sure we have that all correct.
I love that. No, from a subscription standpoint, what does that look like? Is it a free subscription? Is it a paid subscription? How can you get it?
Right. So it is free to pick up at grocery stores,
Okay.
libraries, different LGBTQ locations around the region. But if you want to get it mailed, that does cost money. So
Yes.
we do charge
Sure.
an annual fee for that to come in the mail, and you'll get 11 newspapers, and you will get the Pride magazine that we put out in May. as
Okay.
well.
All right.
What a good deal.
Yeah.
at
Well,
this.
so we're not done talking about this yet.
Yeah.
Plus, we have some Yinzer questioners. Are you going to hang out with us through the news and come back?
Absolutely.
All right. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, it's Brew, and I feel like everything in my life depends on being connected. Whether I'm uploading a video, hopping on a call before my show, or video chatting with my family back in Michigan, I never have to think about my Wi-Fi. And that's why Xfinity stands out. You get the most reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi with the best equipment at one price for 5 years guaranteed. No contracts or commitments. Plus, you can get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber or coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that.
Easy Cater, the workplace food platform, makes it easy to order food for all your workplace needs.
From favorite restaurants, don't forget that.
Who are you?
Tina, I'm Tina. I use Easy Cater at my job.
Well, I am the voice of Easy Cater. Don't you have work to do?
Not as much now that Easy Cater saves me all that time ordering food for the office, with great options for any group size or budget, all on one platform. Just trying to spread the word.
Fine, let's do the last bit together. Easy Cater, it's all the food for your workplace.
All in one place. Start an order at easycater.com.
Oh, you're not terrible.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life. Your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA. For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly sunny and 84 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 6:30. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick for your home's window, siding, doors, and bath. Trust PJ.com. State leaders held a news conference today to talk about how the new state budget will provide dedicated funding to Pennsylvania's suicide prevention centers. We have more from News Radio KDK's David Bolorado.
In addition to the dedicated funding, the budget's focus on mental health will allow for the expansion of text and chat programming at 988 centers. Human Services Secretary Dr. Val Arkush says that's vital to help suicidal young people who may be more likely to text than to call.
They take longer than a phone call, not surprisingly, right? It's a lot of typing, and there's a little bit of back and forth. They take longer than a phone call, and it's not something that someone can do simultaneously. So we need staff that are managing texts and chats, and we need staff that are managing calls.
State Representative Mike Schlossberg talked about his own bouts with depression and thoughts of ending his life, and how important the people who work at these centers are to provide hope for those who think they have none left. David Bolorado, News Radio, KDKA.
A state Senate committee hearing convened to try to see what's driving up food costs for consumers and employers. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the details.
The president of United Food and Commercial Workers Local 1776, Wendell Young, says uncertainty and tariffs are two major factors.
The constant carousel of what is subject to tariffs and what isn't, the lack of guidance from the Department of Homeland Security on what class of immigrant workers are allowed to stay in our country or not, and the modeling on how the big, beautiful bill will impact SNAP benefits for Pennsylvania consumers all contribute to this uncertainty.
Young says unclear tariff decisions make it harder for businesses to plan and can lead to higher prices. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
AI infrastructure startup Hellbender Incorporated on Thursday announced it's moving its headquarters from the University of Pittsburgh's Applied Research Center in Harmer to the Roundhouse at Hazelwood Green. RIDC President Don Smith says this is exciting for a number of reasons.
No, they are a physical AI company. So they're manufacturing prototypes and parts, contract manufacturing things for robotics and for AI companies. So it's really important that sector, which is such a big part of Pittsburgh's future, is growing.
And he says the company estimates the move will create more than 500 local jobs over the next 5 years. Taking advice from an 86-year-old great-grandma is probably a pretty good idea, especially when it comes to how to win more than $1 million. 86-year-old Rita Franzik just won $1.5 million after buying a $30 scratch-off ticket at the Giant Eagle in Allegheny Township in Westmoreland County. Her advice? Take the chance. It's worth it. It was her second time playing the new Superstar scratch-off game. The first time she played, she won $50. Rita's a grandmother of 3 and a great-grandmother of 7. She's been living with her daughter and her family since her husband passed away a few years ago. Rita says it's time for an upgrade. On Wall Street, the Dow closed up 276 points, the Nasdaq up 251, the S&P 500 up 52 points. KDKA Sports brought to you by NASCO Roofing, Pittsburgh's trusted and passionate roofer. Call NASCO Roofing at 412-373-2000. Right now, the Pirates lead the Reds 2-1 in Cincinnati. Nick Gonzalez with a 2-run single in the first. The Reds had a run in the bottom half of the first. KDK Radio News Time, 6:32. If you're injured, time to hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan. Dial #law. For the people. Our next update at 7 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech, sponsored by Ethos.
Tesla says its robotaxi service is now available in parts of Orlando and Tampa, Florida. The robotaxi business is of growing interest to investors, along with Tesla's self-driving technology and robotics. Tesla recently expanded robotaxi operations to Dallas, Houston, and Miami after rolling out the service in Austin, Texas more than a year ago, while also conducting supervised testing in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm Jason Brooks.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty. KDKA traffic on the 5s.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDKA AAA traffic powered by Bowser Chevrolet. Logan, I did not leave you this time. I did the traffic, and, well, I led you into traffic. What's going on out there?
What's going on is there is an accident at the intersection of Camp Horn Road in Joseph's Lane in Ohio Township. Several crews on the scene of that extended collision. Now taking a look at the major roadways in the Pittsburgh Metro at 6:35. There's some lingering delays that remain on a few key routes, but the afternoon rush is beginning to fully break up across the city. And with AAA traffic, I'm Logan Arblaster on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Patchy clouds tonight, low 64. More clouds than sun tomorrow, high 84. Then rounds of showers and heavy thunderstorms tomorrow night into Sunday, low 69, high Sunday 76. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Ka Erickson at 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Michael J. Fox earns a rare award. We'll talk about it with entertainment guru Matt Wolf. And there is a growing controversy over the Odyssey and your phone calls right here, America at Night, with me, McGraw-Millhaven. Tonight at 10 on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is Rachel and John jagging around here Friday night as usual.
Yes.
And we really are jagging around here in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
And, all right, and we're having fun with Jim Shepard, who's the co-creator of Qberg, a LGBTQ publication, and literally a publication, Jim, because it literally just went to print.
Right.
First time.
We just
First
had
time.
the August issue. Or, I'm sorry, the July issue and the August issue is off at the printer right now. So we're rocking and rolling.
I love that. And you have so many subscribers already.
Right,
and just
200.
remind people can subscribe and get it mailed.
You can subscribe on Qberg.com. It'll be mailed to your mailbox every month.
Talk to me about this. So you had this idea during COVID that there was a need for a digital platform.
Mm-hmm.
So many of us did that during COVID. What kind of digital thing can we be doing? How have the stories changed over the last 6 years? You know, whether it's through storytelling, the manner in which the actual stories that have developed, what has that looked like? What did it start as and where has it become?
Right. So a lot of the stuff at the very beginning in 2020 was, hey, this drag queen's having a digital drag show brunch, so you can hop on Zoom and eat your eggs.
Those are still big deals, though. Yeah, right.
So that was a lot of that coverage. But obviously that's downgraded a little bit. So just today we had a story about a new space in Dormont opened up, the Nightshade Lounge. It's an LGBTQ space late night, kind of inspired by the Beehive, alcohol-free, mostly coffee and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like what we're celebrating now. The community, again, back together in person, these places that are safe spaces for our community to gather and have a good time, support each other, and things like that.
What about your story collection over the time, right? So reporters are what we know as reporters, but are you more of trying to do like street, what I want to say, like community reporting kind of things like that?
I have to intervene. Two of our favorite people are on staff.
Yeah.
Chrissy Costa and Mara Rago.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Chrissy and Mara have been with us since 2020.
Okay.
Photographer with Mara and Chrissy. Chrissy wrote the story about the Nightshade Lounge.
No way.
Yeah,
I'll
so
have to look at that. She's
that's
one of our
online
favorite
today,
comedians
yeah.
also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She just won a writing award. But yeah, we have, most of our writers, most of our photographers, they're in the community. They live this, the community, the LGBTQ community of Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. And so they know the people, they know the places, they understand the topics that we're covering. So there's a real understanding between like the reporting and the subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And is it just like any publication, just like any online, whether it's online print, people who maybe didn't know now do, right? So that they can find people who are like them, that there's a community there.
So
And
every issue, we're making sure we put a pink pages.
Oh,
It's a
of
listing
course.
of things in the newspaper that, places that you can find for resources, health, communities, sports leagues, different things like that, so we can keep everyone connected.
Is this because you remember the yellow pages? Because they're like, my kids had no idea there was ever a phone book that existed. Isn't that
well,
crazy?
like I said, they didn't know what a magazine was.
Right, so there's no way, yeah.
Well, the funny story is Rachel's son used to help us at these autograph signings we used to do.
Yeah.
And, everybody, I don't know, he was 16 or something at the time.
I forget, yeah.
And our job was to facilitate the photography. So you get your autograph from Joe Green or somebody it is, and you give somebody your phone and take the picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody handed her son a camera, and he's like, what in the world
What did
do
he
I do with this?
He texted texted me
Yeah.
and said, Mom, I don't know what this is. I have failed him as a former journalist because he did not know what the camera was.
I will give the young ones, a break. They just
Yeah.
haven't seen these
Sure.
things.
Yes.
They don't
Of course,
know
they're
what they
coming
are.
back, right? We were just talking about that. Everything
Physical
is coming
cameras,
back.
Film
Yeah.
is coming back.
Yeah. Polaroids. I see all that happening. It's so funny. Now, so Jim, we would love for you
Wait,
to.
Tiffany is coming back. Did you not hear my beginning? Tiffany. I went to see Tiffany last night.
Oh, how was she?
I mean, we won't go there, Jim. We're not going to talk about the.
Say, Jim, you brought it up. she just wanted to tell you she was there, but she's not
She
going
was
to talk
fine.
about being there.
She was fine, and it was a blast from my past. And I think
Exactly.
nostalgia is amazing, and
It's
it
a
just
hell of a
makes you
drug.
go back to exactly. It makes you go
Yes.
back to where you were.
Exactly.
So true.
So, Jim, we would love for you to tell everybody where to find your magazine online and how to support you, but we cannot do that because we have rules unless you answer our Yinzer questions.
Okay.
Are you up for that?
Absolutely.
It's a big challenge.
Start easy.
All right.
Go with it,
All
yeah.
right. So easy.
So you live in you're from Brookline,
Yeah,
but
originally.
you're living near here, near the Green Tree area now. So, John, maybe go with that one. Or nuh-uh.
Okay. The boss says, let's start with the neighborhood. Nuh-uh. So in Pittsburgh, when somebody says something that's astonishing, you just say, nuh-uh. Right. And then when you
I'm
answer,
glad you get it.
Then you say, uh-huh. All right. So what is your neighborhood nuh-uh? Like so-and-so famous grew up down the street. There's a monument that to this or that.
Something we
What's
wouldn't
your
know,
neighborhood
yeah.
nuh-uh?
I'm going to go with a theme from earlier, that Nightshade Lounge, Dormont. Dormont
okay.
is bursting and growing with an LGBTQ community
Okay.
right now. There's 2 LGBTQ hangouts there now, and it's such a walkable area. I think it's underrated in terms of the Pittsburgh
That's great.
hotspot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear Lawrenceville and Bloomfield or any of those places, Shady Side, Dormont.
And
Yeah.
Dormont has
That's so true.
Madamo's Pizza.
Oh, my God.
The
yeah.
original.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All
I didn't
right.
even know that.
Yeah?
I'm not a pizza person, though, so there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Dormont is a great community. I love hearing about the different neighborhoods anyway. Okay, the next one. What would make us revoke your Yinzer card?
All right. I really, really, really dislike the Pittsburgh accent.
Oh.
I mean,
Nuh-uh.
The nah, that's why I did it. Nah, going down to get Pomeranians.
I mean,
I really
why do
don't
we
like
do it? Right?
I mean, there's a part of it that's endearing, right?
Yes.
'Cause- But I feel like it makes us the butt of a joke. And I mean,
Right. We say that all the time. Even when we talk about like, oh, we're John and Rachel from Jagoff, people assume because it's synonymous with Pittsburgh that then we're going to do some kind of a Yinzer twist.
Right.
It drives it drives us crazy.
But we own it because Baltimore has an accent.
Sure.
Cleveland has an accent. God knows Boston has the most horrible accent of all times, right? So yeah, I get it. All right, so our last question is go ahead.
Okay, so we did the neighborhood nuh-uh, we did the Yinzer revoke, but there's this thing called procrastination. Destination. Was that drama enough?
Oh, yeah.
Procrastination. Because Pittsburghers procrastinate everything. So what's the place that you've been here your whole life? Where have you said, I'm gonna get there, but you haven't?
I've never
Do
been.
the gunna.
I've never been to Sandcastle.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I'll definitely get there at some point.
I don't
Sure.
blame you on that one.
Yeah, I know.
But also, it's been a good 10, 12 years since I've been to Kennywood.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've not
Okay.
been there in a while
Yeah.
either.
So I
But
need
you
to get
know,
on that.
that's like one of those ebbs and flows because it just may have been a time in your life that you
Right.
went often. That's okay.
Something that Jeff, the co-creator of Qberg, he suggested that maybe next year, so summer 2027, why don't we have a gay day at Kennywood?
Okay.
We have a big old LGBTQ
Jeff just has
picnic.
all these great
That was his
ideas. Look
Yeah.
at Jeff.
He does
And
have
then
a
he
lot of
says,
ideas.
somebody coordinate this.
It's usually me.
Right.
I mean,
right.
that's literally how this happened. I saw him in Picklesburg, and I was like, "Congratulations on the publication! I'm so glad to hear that I'm again love having something that's tangible to hold, And he was like, he texted me, "Jim will come on," which I'm so glad that you did. But it was just funny that it was he and I who had the conversation.
This is Jim Shepard, the co-creator of Qberg, online publication for LGBTQ, now in print on a monthly basis. You've answered all of our Yinzer questions. We have to give you time to pitch the magazine.
Oh, yeah. So you can absolutely read daily news about the LGBTQ community on Qberg.com. That's QBURGH.com. Every single day we're on there with a new article or some item of information for the community in Pittsburgh. We're also in print now. That's it. We talked about every month. You can sign up on Qberg.com, get it delivered to your door every month. and a magazine in May because we love Pride.
Yeah. Now, Jim, were we as bad as Jeff said we were going to be?
I don't believe
No,
him
you're
for a
great.
second. Thank you. No, we appreciate you. We are so glad that we are supporting local journalism, and the fact that there's publications and something to handhold is so important. Thank you so much for being with us. And now we have to go to traffic for one more check-in. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDKA AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser Chevrolet. And Logan, you have one more time to tell us what's going on out there.
Last one, Rachel. Taking a look at an accident that's being reported at the intersection of Camp Horn Road and Joseph's Lane in Ohio Township. It has several crews on the scene of the accident, so be sure to keep an eye on that out on the roadways. Now taking a look at the major roadways for one final time at 6:45. The afternoon rush is fully broken up, only with residual slowdowns around the Parkway West in Green Tree Hill. But other than that, things looking good out there as traffic is steadily improving. With AAA Traffic, I'm Logan Arblaster on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Julian Gray Associates has the most certified elder law attorneys of any law firm in the nation, right here in Pittsburgh. They also have experienced social workers so that you can prepare a plan to age with dignity that you can afford. Visit grayelderlaw.com.
What is life-changing medicine?